Yeah, you're doing. Yeah, we're good. I can see what you're looking at. Let me know when you start. Uh, yeah, you're doing. Yeah, we're good. I can see what you're looking at. Let me know when you start. Uh, yeah, you're doing. Yeah, we're good. I can see what you're looking at. You know what tracks next week? Yeah, he hasn't released a schedule. Yeah, he has Martinsville for next week. Yeah. You're live, I'm guessing. Hey there, I'm Ryan Samuelson coming to you from Iowa Speedway. There you go. I did a dirt race once. That was it. I just wanted to see, try it out, you know. Okay, fastest lap so far, we have Alan Henson in the 41 car with a 24.2, followed by West. I'll go ahead and set the grid when actually, we can set the grid once they all load in.
I have no idea how to put the grid thing up. I was just gonna read off and like click the numbers as I'm reading them. Grid. Like I said, I have no idea how to do any of this. I learned on the fly today, you know.
We're learning.
Not let me change the. Now it is.
Sweet. Okay. I'll go ahead and guess I'll start with it. Starting first, we have Alan Henson qualifying on the pole with a 24.2, 14. Nice lap by him. We have starting second, West Dobbs. West Dobbs in the 24 with another 24.243.
Then we have William Fink with a 24.30 into his outside outside is Austin Story with a 24.39. Joseph Lester, 24.40. Bavaja Holt with a 24.446. Wyatt Fink with a 24.56. Leo Bonacasa with a 24.58. And Leo Bonacasa has a 24.59. Brian Tarnowski has a 24.63. Chris Cloud with a 24.98. Derek Jacobs with a 25.15. And Damon Lester with a 25.76.
Run that remainder. Rounding out your grid with those who did not qualify, Danielle Fink will start next, followed by Kevin Rourke. So we got a solid group. We got 14 cars out here for Iowa. Iowa happens to be one of my least favorite tracks. It's such a tough track to get around. It's like a bigger Richmond, and Richmond isn't my strong suit to begin with. So, pace cars come around, turn 3. We're getting ready to take the green here. Sorry, one more pace lap. While we are here waiting for the green, who's your pick to win here?
Well, I personally think that Wes Dobbs has to go for it. I raced with him a little bit earlier today, or earlier yesterday, and he seems to have a pretty good grasp on the track. I think he's my pick for today.
Go ahead, go with Austin Story here. I like him in that 4th position. I got the race against the Bristol Dirt last night. Heck of a race we put on last night, by the way. But Austin, I felt like definitely has been top guy. He's getting hot at the right time in Cup, and how I think he'll bring that over from the Cup side to the Xfinity side. As the pace car gets ready to roll in, around 4. Pace car is in, and we are off. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Ooh, we got the 30-10 car. Chris Call trying to get an early start with Austin Story coming on the outside. 22. Where one dives in. But 22 blinking a little bit. 41 was a nice. 22 cent. 22 cent way outside. It's falling back all the way down back to about 5th with a 41 coming around. So it's good. All getting kind of single file out towards the front right now with some action in the back.
This track is a track that I got down to about 4% on my right front.
Yeah, it's a definitely tough track. With these cars, these are very low downforce cars. They wear those tires quickly. It's for me, it's impossible to turn the car as it is in some of these turns. As the run goes on, it's just worse and worse and worse as you try to turn this car. Up towards the front, we have William Fink making a move on his 23 car. Peaks down low. Let's get it for a second here. William wasn't too happy with those moves of Austin.
No, I don't think he was. Looks like he might be trying to come around on the outside here in a minute.
You know who's loving this? Right behind them, Joseph left. So he's like, yes, you guys play. I'm going to come here and make a fight out of this. I'll get some action behind them. Got Leo, the 88, make battling with the 22. 22 trying to recover after starting second. It's falling all the way back to uh, 8th place. What I've noticed here is Allen 41 car hasn't quite gotten that gap yet. In fact, actually the 23 has gotten right to him. In fact, it's on the inside going for the pass now.
I don't
Didn't
think he
quite.
had enough there. I think he might try to get him on this next corner though.
Awesome. The 23 car is very aggressive in this early part of the stage. We have 150 laps here at Iowa. He's taking no one for prisoner. He's taking prisoners as much as he can right now. See, it's kind of cool seeing how all these different drivers are trying out different lanes here. I see people driving at the bottom. I see people driving at the middle. I see even Joseph Lester. He's driving around by the wall at some points of this track.
Yeah, that
We have
is Danielle Fink. I think that's Danielle. 36. Yeah, that's Danielle Fink. Danielle Fink gets around Joseph Lester. I think Joseph might have burnt his tires up just a little bit. He seems to be falling off quite a bit here.
Yeah, and this battle for the lead is just heating up. They have been side by side for the past 2 laps. Here's the 23. Sneaks back inside behind the 41. Tries to regroup here. Tries to build up the strategy. Tries to build his momentum up. Just focus on those good corners. Focus on those gray X's. Remember, I always say when I'm driving these cars, if I'm trying to get by someone, apexes and exits. Gotta hit the center of the corner correctly to nail that exit out of the corner correctly. And meanwhile, while those two were battling up there, William Fink has just rejoined the picture here.
See that line that Williams taking, going a little bit high and then dipping down, that is a faster line and it saves your tires a little bit better too. Now if you were to just stay a little bit high, it's a lot faster than even that, but it burns your tires up a whole lot faster than anything else.
Got another move he could, the double zero of Kajaba Holt, hang into the top 4. Game by Joseph Lester, who looks like he seemed to burn his stuff up pretty quickly already. Right now, if I'm looking at lap times, 41 after being about 10th or 2 slower from 23 cars now starting to pick up his pace. He's about even. He's been running about a 10th or 2 quicker each lap. The past lap, he was dead even with Austin, who is kind of getting his momentum back here, getting ready to make that, ready to come up and make his moves here. So you got a nice battle all the way back. Oh, I'm watching the battle between Danielle Fink and the 63 car as well, with the 63 just hit the outside wall. Danielle gains another position. I'm watching the 63. He looks like he is sending it into every corner, man. He is trying to wheel that thing right now.
That is Wyatt Fink.
Oh, 10 spinning, 10. Caution is out.
I don't think he hit the wall.
Just like half spin.
Go back and look at that crash. See what happened.
We just got into the side of Kevin Rourke, and normally when you're in that quarter panel, you typically send the other guy, but he just bounced right off of him and lost it. He seemed to save it for the most part, but once like Iracing just threw the caution for it.
I think he might have slowed down too much. They sometimes throw the caution whenever you slow down too much.
See, or we have 17 laps in, our driver's pitting. Let's see who goes in, let's see who stays out. Looks like William Fink, 2 leaders stay out. William Fink will go down for tires.
I think Wyatt and who is the 32? 32,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Joseph Lesser also joined them down pit road.
Yeah, you know Joseph needed those tires. He was starting to fall off a little bit. Maybe he'll save them a little bit better this next restart. He is a really good driver. Joseph is.
Um, so it's good to see for these the leaders. They're probably thinking, well, we nearly had a huge checkup in the back, but it's good for the leaders. You're thinking, okay, William, I think is the 93 is pretty fast, 16's fast. Let's see how quickly can they get up to us with older tires? Will they burn their stuff up trying to get back up to us? And so that right now they're just gonna conserve until they need to pit. Also, this plays into the strategy. I don't exactly know if, the fuel run, but like you said, it seems tires can last, depends on how hard you push, around 50, 60 laps.
Yeah, I don't think staying out was the right call because even after these 20 laps, I know that the wear off is going to be noticeable, and I think that these cars that pitted are going to move up pretty fast. To be honest with you, this track is really abrasive.
I mean, this is a weird track. It's a mixture of short track racing, but also has it's a very unique track. Um has I feel like multiple grooves to it. You saw drivers riding the riding the bottom. You also saw drivers all the way up in the middle lane. You can see like the rubber lay down the middle. Um, when we were here in the Cup, I know a whole bunch of drivers were in that middle line, staying between that to get that runoff. But from here, it looks like they're all the bottom seems the way to be. I think what are we might be at 2 to go here.
The lights just went off, so I think this it's one to go now. I think the lights are off.
Nah, it'd be double file.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um, the double zero was snuck up into the top three as of now. He was picking up some positions. He picked up about a position or two from the pit stop. Started in fifth place. Was able to get by. Started in sixth place. Was able to get by Lester. Then gained a spot on the pit stops from 93. Meanwhile, we're in this break. We ran Bristol Dirt. How'd you think your race went last night?
I think that my race went pretty well up until the very, very last few laps. Very last restart, I got a little bit loose and I came down on the inside and there was somebody already there and I just came across his nose and got turned. I was in the top five and ended up in the 24th position.
Thanks. We'll get into my race after the next race. Looks like we're getting ready to go green here. Double file. Looks like 41 is taking the inside lane here. Let's see how good of a 23 gets let's see how good a jump the 23 gets. There was a stack up on the last restart we had. So let's see if this makes a difference. Pace car is in. The green flag is in the air. 41 gets a great jump. Double zero takes advantage of the 23 on it, hops to the inside. 23 still staying strong on the outside. 41 pulls away. Double file behind the leader with the 88 taking over fourth. 23 staying strong on the outside of double zero. Looks like 23 is going to keep his position. trying. Looks like William Fink and Joseph Lester haven't didn't quite gain the positions they probably thought they would already in the first lap or two of this restart. Right now they're side by side. Lester just sends into the corner.
Yeah, he pinched him down really, really tight there. That was some excellent driving by Joseph Lester.
We have a battle for the lead up here too again. 23. 23 is not making this easy for the 41 car. He's putting the pressure on. And we have another merger. The 88 of Leo has emerged in this. He's kind of peeking his nose up in there saying, hey, don't leave me. I'm still here, guys. 0 on the outside of the 23. Trying to go the outside of the 23 here. Ooh, that was a great run off the 23 off that last corner. The 0 had even better. Looks like we're going to go 3 wide. No. 88 backs out of it with a 0 on the inside of 23. Both coming out of the corner side by side. 0 pinches him up a little bit. 23 saying, hey, man, you're not going to pinch me like that.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to get a
0
run
gets
on the
into the
41.
41 a little bit.
Moved him just a little bit, didn't he?
0 to the inside of the 41. Can you make this pass, man? Oh, with the 88 peeking his nose up into 23. Side by side, two rows, through 1 and 4. The 0 led that lap. Still side by side into 1 and 2.
It looks like he's going to get him. We have a
That's
new leader.
such a great pass. Oh, 41's going to try to come back here and say, hey, man, where are you going? 0 shuts the door there. Is a single foul out? 23 is falling back to is getting attacked by Joseph Lester is also coming on. He's back all the way to 6th place, about to make it 5th here with the pass on the 22 car. He is coming.
What number is Joseph? 16? I'm
Yeah,
so used to seeing him being the number 9 car, so I keep wanting to look for the number 9 whenever I'm looking for him.
Yeah. It's a cool paint scheme driving with that. I like the AJ Allmendinger scheme. Yeah, 0 is pulling out.
Yeah, he's just walking away, isn't he? But it looks like the 16 is going to try to get past the 23 of Austin Story. And he's going to do it. Oh, we got a little loose there. Going to get around the 88 as well, it looks like. He's coming through the field on those fresh
I'm
tires.
0. I'm 0. I'm absolutely loving this. I don't care how much fresher Joseph Lester's tires are right now. I know, I'm in the back of my head, I'm thinking this guy's burned up his stuff up before. There's no reason he's not going to burn up his stuff to get to me.
And as long as he's
And
holding those other cars back, you know, that's good news for the 0-0.
lap time. So we'll see this lap. Last lap, Joseph was about 10th faster than our leader. About 10th faster as well this lap. It's I noticed that for Williams Jing, it's taking a little bit struggle. He's still mired back in 7th right now, trying to with those near fresh tires. And you see Joseph Lester has marched all the way up to 2nd.
I would not be surprised if William is saving his tires, because William is one of my teammates and he generally likes to play the long game and save his tires for as long as possible and fight towards the end. So I would not be surprised.
About half a second faster for Lester than the leader of that lap. He's already coming to the back, and he's about half a second back. And these two are pulling away from the pack.
Yes, they are. It looks like most of the pack is strung out quite a bit too now. Not too many battles going on.
No, the husband and wife are having a battle for it though.
Oh yeah, and Miss Danielle and William seem to be
Oh yeah,
having a fight.
oh yeah. That's such a cool thing to see a husband and wife both have some ranks. I saw there's a beautiful thing to see. Absolutely love having all the family involved. With
Actually, their son is in here too.
yeah, their
Wyatt
son's awesome.
Fink.
Yeah,
He's where's he running? He's running
he's
seventh right now.
he, I think he's up in 10th right now.
Oh, 10th? Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
was looking at William.
he's battling Brian right now. He's up to the outside of Brian, the 32 car. Looks like he sent it in there a little bit. There's always downsides to having to each line. Um, the outside line tends to be one of my favorite lines to run at most tracks that allow it, or it's just not slow, because you're able to go so much faster because you're turning less, and so you're allowed to carry so much more speed through the turn. But the problem with that, because you're carrying so much more speed, you're also slightly drifting more and more up the track, so your tires wear a little bit faster. Whereas the short, as you go around the bottom, you're carrying a little bit less speed, but you are going around the shorter part. You're going around the track in a shorter way, which also saves a little bit more tire by doing that. But like we learned at Bristol, at Bristol Dirt, I absolutely loved running the wall. That was my favorite thing to do there, and I felt so much comfortable up top there. You'll see some of these guys who are just feel so much more comfortable at the bottom, not being up by that wall or being up in the mid groove.
Yeah, I like running the top, but once the run at the top of Bristol Dirt, but once it started getting really, really warm, I just could not run that top lane without slapping my rear end against the wall. So I ended up running the bottom once it got really, really, really warm. And that seemed to work for me all right. Stick two wheels in that fresh dirt, you know.
The leaders are starting to approach the lap traffic. The 9 of Damon Lester. Lester is getting real close. Damon just pulls off the side. He's not gonna I don't want any part of that.
I don't
He
blame
thought
him.
maybe I thought, hey, let me help my teammate out a little bit here. Let me ruffle up the leader's feathers, because you are a lap player. You're still allowed to fight for your ability to be on the lead lap. Not until you are the lap car. That you can keep fighting for it. You saw in today's Bristol Dirt Race where you saw a lot of that. So I was kind of shocked there that the 9 didn't actually just gave up that easily for it. I mean, I don't blame him too at the same time, because
Yeah, if
hey,
I was in Damon's shoes, I would be scared that by trying to block, I would be because he looked to be so much slower than everybody else. You know, I would just my tires worn that much. I would be so scared that I would be run over, and I would just ruin not only my race but the leader's race as well. And I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to ruin the leader's race. But that's just me, you know.
well, John, you think Lester's burned up those tires the past few laps?
I think he
Uh,
has. He's starting to fall off a bit, isn't he?
yeah, last lap was, yeah, he was about an half second faster than Lester the last lap. He's pulling away. He's in a second gap ahead, about a second ahead.
Let's go back and look at this little clump of cars and see what's going on here. There doesn't seem, there doesn't seem to be too many fights going on right now. But this clump of cars is the most tightly packed clump on the track right now. I think we might end up seeing a green flag pit stop if everybody keeps it on the track this run.
Yeah, the feints, man. Ooh, Damon Lester is pitting here now, but chose the wrong time to pit there. I don't know if he was pitting or he was just trying to get out of the way, but he seemed to get more in the way by doing that.
Yeah, I think he was probably trying to get out of the way and had a little mistake there, and then just decided I'm going to get all the way off the track so I can mess everybody else up.
But man, these Finks, man, they know how to battle each other, man. great looking cars, and they are driving their butts off right now with each other. I'm also pretty shocked to see how far the 23 fell back after being so strong in the early portion of the race. He's fallen. He started second on the restart, but now he's fallen all the way back to 8th.
He must have been driving it really hard on after that restart, and his tires must have been burnt up a little bit more. Now,
41's also fallen back from the lead. The only car that in front of him that pitted was the 16 of Joseph Lester, and Lester is now about 2 seconds back. Listen to them. Everyone's very impressed with how the 00 has just pulled away, and he's on 50 lap old tires right now. It's very impressive. It's very impressive to watch. I'm listening to Joseph Lester the radio to say it takes admit that the 00 must be better. Go ahead.
93 got a little bit into the wall there, but it looks like he kept it under control.
And husband and wife, I don't know how friendly they are with each other at home, but on the racetrack they are battling. I heard the 16-year-old radio talk about, hey, I guess you're really that much better than me right now, and that must have taken every ounce of their soul.
Danielle Fink just went into the wall. Will that bring out a caution?
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think
She's
so.
going to the pits. We'll lock up in the pits. Let's see what happened then.
Let's go back and look. Not that one. Well, I think she just started to drift up and almost ran into the back of her husband and slammed on the brakes to keep going into him, and it just sent her into the wall.
Update, both the 7 car and the 36 car have both called it quits. They are now in the garage and they have left the track. Oh, Lester in the grass on the front stretch.
Oh no, what happened? Let's go back and look.
Oh, come back up the track.
Oh, it looked
Lester
like...
just took out the Brian.
We have a caution on the field now.
Lester just took out the 32 coming up the track. What
Oh my
move was that?
goodness.
Let's get back and watch the initial replay.
Okay, go back. Find this. Happened. Start. Looks
I
like
go
he was
back.
getting into the 99 a little bit. It looked like he tried to drive it in deep, and he slid up the track, and the 99 came down, and they both just came together. Racing incident. But I do have to say that probably wasn't the best idea to come back up on the track the way that he did when he came back.
No, that is an ultimate, I will say it, that's an ultimate boneheaded move.
That's a shame for the 32.
That's a shame, man. That's just not what you do as a driver. You have plenty of room to go on the apron and come back up, but you don't come back up on the middle track. That's a big no-no.
Looks like everybody's pitting now. Can you see how many people stayed out? I don't think anybody did, but
I don't know everyone pitted. Actually, it looks like Chris stayed out. I could be wrong.
Chris is at number 10. He just went down pit road just now. I think he
Yeah,
might
he
have been
just
a
went down.
lap
He
down.
probably. Yeah, he's a lap down now. Yeah. Everyone has pitted. It looks.
I think the 16 might be out of it too. I'm not certain. He wasn't smoking like the 32 was, but either he's fixing up a lot of damage right now or he's just out.
He's got at least 30 minutes because of the blown engine.
Oh, the 16 had a blown engine too?
No, the 32. 16 side, his right side looks real caved in. Um, rear end, right side, all of it's just messed up. 32 is probably done. If he wants to sit there for half an hour, 40 minutes, get engine repaired. Well, with the 16 been a very fast car, and no one's shown anything other than the 16 to be able to touch the double zero in this most recent part of the race. I don't know who can compete with the double zero right now.
I don't know. Maybe with this restart they can keep up with him. Maybe. But we only have 7 cars on the lead lap right now. We have the double zero Kavaha Holt and the 88 Leo Bonacasa, number 22 Wes Dobbs, the number 41 Alan Henson, 23 Austin Story, 93 William Fink, and the 63 Wyatt Fink. Those are your top 7 cars, the only ones that are on the lead lap at this moment.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone. The 22 is rear end damage. I'm assuming that's from the start of when he got the slow. I'm assuming that's from the start of the race when he got the slow get off. I don't. We'll have to ask him later what happened on the initial start, but um, I just don't know if there's anyone to compete with the double zero. That last run told me that he can pace himself amazingly well. He knew his go time, and when the 16 got to him with the much fresher tires,
He didn't
16 could
panic.
get didn't panic, and the double fives were getting ready to come to the green flag
And you have to remember too that he went what 50 something laps.
or green. 88 got to a bad start. 22 left the door open for the 22. 22 takes the second position from 88.
Looks like he's just gonna walk away again.
Got a great restart. Pulled out, I'll say, a couple tenths. No, he pulled about eight, yeah, half second off from second place. He's definitely pulling away a little bit. 3 and 4 seems, 22 seems to get to him a little bit, but I think the 1-2 this double zeros is just extremely strong. And meanwhile, the 22's got other things to worry about. He's got the 88 on his rear, peeking to the inside. Double zero, after watching, he's probably just conserving. He's trying to go to a pacer he's comfortable with, and not overusing his tires. It worked out well for him. Again, it was very impressive to see him pull away from someone with about 20 lap fresher tires. And a place like this, that matters.
It does. And watch the line that he's taken. he's kind of hanging out in the middle and then dipping low, and that is the tire saving line. So he's not particularly fast. He's just saving his tires and going to have it in the long run. But it does look like the 88's gonna try to get him on the inside now.
Yeah, they're both coming down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4, still side by side. Yeah, they're in 88's probably thinking, hey man, I need to get this lead. I want to check out too. I feel like I have a great car. I feel like I have a fast car. Maybe he's thinking fresh air, like all that clean air, definitely can affect his handling too. So it's always the battle for clean air, even no matter what part in the race you are.
Gonna try it again. I do think that the 00 has the preferred line right now, but it's possible that the 88 can get him.
All right, now he's holding that middle top. He's above the 8, so yeah, he's in like not the preferred line, but he's getting such a big run because he's carrying so much more speed into the corners, and he's able to carry so much more out.
Yeah, but
He's able to just hold the position.
the thing is though, if he fights that hard, if the 88 fights that hard on the inside for multiple laps, his tires are going to fall off, and then the 00 is just going to be able to walk away from him again. So if he's gonna pass him, he has to do it fast and get in front of him so that he doesn't heat up his tires so much, you know?
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's pushing right now. Little love tap to the 00 and 1 and 2 on the lap before. 00 is just like, hey man, I'm playing. He's playing defensive with this, running the middle lane right now. He knows that the drivers can't get that run off the corner if he hangs there. But right now, 88's gonna make it very tough. I thought he was gonna maybe get there and pull the slide job a little bit there. Just couldn't quite get the X off.
I think what's happening, he's going in way too hard and having to get on the brakes, and it's slowing his momentum way down. So he can initially get in front, but the 00 is keeping his momentum up and is able to get back around him again.
It's like I'm watching the 80 and the 23, and every time I watch them, those two, they're just sending it into the corners and just hoping for the best. Definitely fun to watch. I mean, these guys have been side by side for what feels like past 10 laps, and they haven't really pulled away from lead pack either. It's both side by side for a position. I think the 88's just inching very close to doing that. Or maybe the 00 was just thinking, you have at it, I'm playing defensive here. You keep going after me, I'll pull away. I'm not pushing right now. I'll let you do the pushing. I'll just take it easy.
I think that's what his plan is too, because the 88's having to get hard on the brakes whenever he gets down on the inside, and that's burning up your tires a little bit too. Not to mention killing your momentum. And it seems like the 00 is just cruising. So he might be saving his tires. Look for that 88 to fall off here in a minute.
Yeah, it definitely has the look of sending it into the corner. They're all very close to top. 6, 7 are all very. Ooh, 88 puts the back of the bumper to the 00, saves it.
They're all stacked up.
They're all classed up. Oh, guess who tries to make a move out of it? Oh, 93 sends it into the loses it.
I cannot believe we stayed green for that though.
93 got some significant damage from that. He no longer has a hood right now. Stayed green from that heck of a save from the 00.
Oh, it looks like Austin got a little loose back up there. He's going up into the wall.
Yeah, Austin. We have to go back. We should go back and watch the replay on that and check out see what happened.
Okay. So what looked like what happened was the 88 got into the back of the 00 and checked up, and it just accordion affected everybody.
Just checked out that entire outside line. 23 saw, hey, guys are slowing down. Maybe I can get by him, and just had nowhere to go and went into the back of the car in front of him. Great save by the 00 just to be able to end. able to keep the car going and keep the lead from that.
Yes, that was some
88 small back to fourth from that.
excellent driving by the 00.
And look who's back up to second, our pole sitter at 41.
But we've just passed our halfway point for the race today.
As they're starting to get single file, now looks like the 00 is just kind of steadily pulling away. About gained three tenths this past couple laps, and 41 looks like he's
So
pushing to try to get to it.
do you think that the draft has any kind of a factor on this shortish track? Because it felt like whenever they were up close to the 00, they were able to stay up close to him. But whenever he gets a little ways ahead, they cannot keep up with him.
I don't think a track like this, the draft doesn't really have any effect. It's your corners, it's your runs out of the corners. It's how you enter. If you don't get such a clean entry, you're not gonna be able to run. You could straightaway speed here does not matter. It's what you do in the corners that matters. Your run, it's always the exits that matter. There's a saying in road course racing, and that just applies to any form of racing. That's apexes and exits. You always gotta hit the center of the corner correctly so you can have a great exit.
Yeah,
If you hit the
see the line he's running right now, up high and then coming down low slowly. So he's not really having to turn all that hard, so he's able to keep his momentum up. Now let's go back and look at some of the lines these other cars are taking.
23 getting lapped after such a strong start to the race. Now had to pit for damage from that whole incident. Yeah, what it looks like that the 00 is doing is he's arcing it. He's entering higher and then just kind of letting the car roll. And it doesn't do that in 3 and 4. He's just kind of running the middle in 3 and 4. But 1 and 2, he seems to arc it higher, so he can just kind of roll down towards the bomb and get the boost out and get the jump out of the corner.
Big cluster of cars back here. Let's see what's going on back here.
With some rear end damage.
I believe that number 9 is a lapped car. Car up front. I'm not certain though.
Yeah, we only have 5 cars in the lap, and that's the 00, 41, 88, 22, and 93 of Williams Fink. You can tell when a driver's driving angry. I think the 88's driving angry. Because he's just not happy with Anson. He's been one of the fastest cars on track other than the leader, but he's been pushing, trying to recover from. I don't know if the rear end damage will affect him too much. Probably obviously doesn't help. I mean, left front damage he has probably does affect him on turn and entry. But a lot of these cars have damage. There was, in that scramble, it basically involved every single car on the lap that it affected. 93 even got squeezed up in there. He was trying to say, hey, slower cars in front of me, let me get by that, end up getting stuck in the middle of it.
Yeah. 93 is still in the lead lap though, so if they stack them back up again, he might have a better chance of getting back towards the front if we have another caution.
A little bit close. Sub-Zero passing the 16 of Joseph Lester. Still back on track after his incident, spin out, and then the wreck. And right now 00 is just cruising away, man. 4.4 second gap between him and second. He's the fastest car on track. Yeah, a little bit slow when he was trying to get by Lester, but other than that, has been consistently the fastest car on track.
I think the 88 might be trying to make a move on the 41 here in a moment. Let's watch them for a little bit since the 00 has kind of stepped away.
Looks like 41 got a little bit loose on the exit. You think the 8 should have closed, take advantage of that. Probably wasn't expecting that.
I don't think the 41 got slowed down a whole lot from scraping the wall there.
I think now what the 88 needs to do is to find advantage. Trying to see where the lap car goes. Of just as Lester looks like he's gonna go high. Kind of messed up both their timings. I think 88 was looking for him to go low, and so he could take advantage on the high line. Lester just kind of trying to not be involved in this. He's like, I don't. Looks like contact made with the 93 and the 16.
You know that didn't make William very happy for that contact.
I know Joseph Lester is just sitting there. Hey man, wrecked car. I don't want to be involved in this. I just try and get out of your way. Sometimes the best way to get out of the way is just drive your line. Whatever line you were doing, stay with it. The leaders they're faster for a reason. They'll get by you just by driving.
Yeah, the main thing whenever you're a lap car and you're trying to stay out of the way is just to be predictable. Don't try to move to get out of their way. Keep going your line so they know, so the cars that are coming up on you can see what line you're going to take and can react accordingly. It's the cars behind you, it's their job to react to what you're doing, not for you to react to where they're coming from. You know? That's the safest way to go about being a lapped car in traffic.
88 diving low for the 41. Hasn't quite gotten there. It kind of reminds me of him up against the 00. The 41 just hogging that middle lane, preventing any exit to be preventing any way that they can just get by him because you don't have the exit, you don't have anything. 93 is looking at this like, hey guys, you guys keep fighting. I think I'll try to take advantage of this too. I wonder if A8 should start trying to run that middle lane and start trying to worry on the exit. Maybe run a lane higher too. Maybe try running that third lane if it's possible. Because for the 8 bottom lane hasn't been much successful.
Yeah,
Maybe go a lane higher.
I don't think that bottom lane is going to work for the 88. I think he needs to try to get around him on the outside. Or at least force the 41 down a little bit lower than the lane he has been taking. And then he might have a chance, you know?
Yeah, because I watched him, even battling with the leader, he didn't really work. He would always get to about the quarter panel, and then he would lose all that speed coming off the corner because of the 41 just being in a higher lane. Like you'll see here, they'll get side by side, but 41.
Oh, he might. Oh.
Ooh. As I say that, I'm wrong. 41's probably not too happy with the 93 tries to take advantage to hop on the inside. Beating bang on the front stretch at Iowa. 93 takes the position. That is exactly what the 93 wanted. He was watching these two battle and say, hey, 88 going to the outside into the wall. 23 scrumming up.
Oh
Left
no.
guard sends the 93 into the wall.
Are they going to keep it green?
Looks like it's just staying green. The leader has a 10-second gap.
Hey, let's go back and look at the 88 and the 41 again. It looks like Austin's Story might be. Is Austin still on the lead lap?
He's 2 laps down.
Oh, the double zero is actually 10 seconds ahead of second place right now. He is steadily just walking away.
All this battling is just helping out more. I wonder if he has anyone in his ear saying, "Hey, man, you're walking away with it. Just drive it out," because the two guys behind you are battling.
It looks like he might be catching up to the 93. Oh, the 93 just went down the pit lane.
Yeah, 93 got huge damage from the getting into the outside wall.
So now,
Aggressive entry by the 88. Every time I watch him, it's aggressive entry.
so now there are only 3 cars left on the lead lap. 4 cars. I don't know
They're
why
at the
West Dobbs keeps changing between a lap down and on the lead lap.
he don't he's pitting now. That's why.
Oh, okay. I wonder if these cars need to pit one more time for fuel, or if
I
they
think they
got.
definitely need to pit for tires at least, because like you said, your tire wear was. You said in your run you did earlier was awful. It felt like where was your tire wear at after a certain
Well,
period of time?
my first run, not knowing what I was doing after 60 laps, it was my right front was about 4%. But my second run, I knew a lot more, and I had about 60%. So I was taking it easy that second run. So these guys look like they're running really hard though. So they're running a lot harder than I was. So they probably, I would, if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it'd probably be down to about 40-ish%.
Yeah, I honestly I watched the double zero. I think he might be honestly like 70% tire wear.
Yeah,
Watching him how he runs.
the double zero is a beast at saving his tires. But all the guys that were fighting in the back and P2 on back, they were using their tires up pretty well, and the double zero hasn't really had to use his tires yet. So except for that one stint where he was fighting with the was it the 88 he was fighting with?
Yeah, the 88 and 4, the 88 has been super aggressive all race long. You saw it with the leader getting into the double zero and then getting into the 41 and the 93. Aggressive driving. He's trying to get earn as much earn that position as hard as he possibly can. We're at a little under 50 laps to go, coming to 54, about 44 laps to go in this race. Double zero is at about 11-second
It's showing
gap
almost
now.
14-second gap for me.
14.
Yeah, it's showing a 14
Oh yeah,
second gap.
you're right. 14.
It looks like that 88 is trying his best to get back up on the rear bumper of the 41, but he might not have the tires for it anymore. Because it looks
I'm
like he's
surprised he
been.
has. I'm surprised he has anything left in those tires right now because of how hard he's been running, not just throughout this race, but the whole run. He's been constantly sending it in there, being super aggressive at the stage in the race. He's been on the throttle as quick as he possibly can. Double Zero is probably right now just in cruise control. Like, hey man, get past another. You got 40 laps to go.
I don't
You're,
even.
you,
Oh, there he is. I was gonna say I don't see the double zero on my track marker, but I found him. I thought he might have went down the pit lanes.
he's just so far ahead of everyone. If he's in position, maybe you pit here. I don't know. you're such a far lead, pit here just in case, because you're faster than everyone. You have such a gap. Or if you also, you're not really racing anyone at this point unless a late caution comes out. Even then, been consistently the fastest car on track.
That's true. I'm more of a conservative driver, so I probably would not pit right now. I would wait until there was a caution and then pit with everybody else, and hopefully still come out in first place after the pit cycle.
Well, right now he's about half a second faster than these the second and third place drivers. So yeah, maybe you don't even bother paying like whatsoever. I don't know what they're looking on like on fuel. I can imagine there'll probably be fine on fuel after stopping at like that 50.
I think I would be listening to my crew chief, and if my crew chief told me that anybody behind me pitted, I would go in the very next lap. Because I know that on fresh tires they would probably catch up to me. Although I don't
Well,
know, he did really well on 20 lap older tires earlier, you know. And there's only 40
41's
laps
pitting
left.
in here. Both the 41 and 88 are pitting in.
Let's see if the 00 decides to pit.
00, you do like a max Verstappen in the F1 race Sunday, and just stay out laps. You're 20 seconds ahead right now. There's no point. You don't really need to just just drive it out right now. If you want to pit, come in.
Yeah, everybody else, if he doesn't pit, everybody else is going to have to go.
Actually, as I said that, he's into the pits now. I think this will probably take about 3 or 4 seconds, about maybe 2 seconds from the gap that was already 14 gaps. He's lapped the entire field technically up to this point. That's going to change shortly once the two come out of the pit and get their lap back.
As long as he can get out ahead of the other guys, and I think he'll be okay, he can start to walk away once again. But I think he made the right call. If he wouldn't have come in, if he would have stayed out, 40 laps to go, I believe that they would have caught back up to him again. Old as his tires are, as old as his tires were at that point, you know.
The worst thing to happen for the 00 so far right now is the fact that 23 came out in front of him off the pit road. Having a lap car in front of you while you're still trying to pull away is just not the greatest feeling in the world.
It looked like he gained some time on that stop, maybe.
That's about, yeah.
My racing app is being very hectic. It's fluctuating between 13 seconds and 25 seconds behind. So I don't know. Now it's 16.
Yeah, it's about a 13-second gap. 22 cars labeled as a second. I don't think it's gonna last long. He last pitted at lap 101. So 88, 41 are gonna get to him pretty quickly.
The looks like the 88 got around the 41 in that pit cycle.
Yeah, they had the same time pit stop, but the 88 was already about a couple car lengths ahead of the 41 entering the pit. So he has a decent gap. He's about a second and a half gap.
I must have missed that. I didn't see that the 88 actually get around the 41.
Right now it's just kind of cruise control from here. They'll have enough tires. Everyone just pitted, so they'll have enough tires to get through. Right now you're just kind of battling the few lap traffic you have out on the track right now. And as you see, 88's catching up to the 22. 22 short pit by 10, 15 laps. Maybe give him some track position, but it's just gonna fade. He'll probably fall back to fourth because of such a tire difference. And as he's getting approached by the 8, I think we'll get by him next couple laps. 16-second gap.
Yeah, the 00's steadily walking away.
We got 30 to go in this race.
I wouldn't be surprised if the double zero was able to lap the entire field at least once.
He's
30 to go.
I think he'll probably get the fourth with the 22. Being will probably fall down to around 19 seconds left. I mean, lap time around here is about 25 seconds. So I don't know if he'll catch it. That'll be very impressive if he were to lap the entire field or near the entire field.
Looks like Joseph Lester just went down to the pit road to get some fresh tires as well.
And then right now, just pulling away, 17-second gap between him and double zero in second place. Double zero has had nearly flawless race tonight. Other than the contact with the 88 in the early part of the race, other than that, just flawless. He's paced himself beautifully. You saw how well he can pace himself um, when he
Yeah, whenever he got his rear end knocked out from underneath him, he managed to catch it really, really fast and was able to get back on the power again and pull away even more.
William Fink has pulled into the garage. He is done for the night. It looks like a jump about a couple more laps, and Holt will laps fourth. Ooh, nearly double zero, just getting around the 22. So as we look up to our the Cup League, we also have the Truck League coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, we have a. I don't know if anybody's going to be casting that one though. I'm going to be racing in it, so I can't cast it.
My racing too. I like the trucks, man. They're really fun. We're really wild to drive.
Yeah, I really like the
Um,
trucks. I wanted to cast something, and I had to choose between either racing the Xfinity or racing the trucks, and I decided I wanted to race the trucks, and so I decided to cast the Xfinity.
there. So next week with the Cup Series we'll have a break. Then we'll have the Martinsville. How are you feeling about Martinsville?
I don't know yet, actually. I don't even own the track yet. I think as soon as we're done with this race here, I'm gonna buy. First of all, I'm gonna buy the Iracing Super Speedway, but I'm also gonna get Martinsville so that I can practice it. So I don't know how to feel about Martinsville. I've never raced on it before.
Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks. Very precision. Racing gets pretty hectic there. A lot of car contact. Opens are typically hectic. You thought Bristol Dirt was hectic. Wait until we get 27 cautions.
Oh
Um,
man, I don't like sitting through the cautions, to
I,
be honest
I
with
don't either.
you.
I don't either.
That's why I was so glad that I wasn't able to make the Phoenix race. That was supposed to be my first race in the league, but my pedals broke, so I wasn't able to make that race. And after watching that race, I was so glad I wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, our Bristol Dirt was pretty hectic too. Um, and our we started fourth, finished third, and got kind of screwed by a restart, and then caution took away a win from a teammate. So
Yeah, started out in seventh and worked my way up to fourth, and then got knocked back to 12th, and then worked my way back up to fifth again, and then on the last restart, I got a little bit loose and came down a little bit low and just cut the nose off of somebody, and he spun me. He didn't let up. He spun me, which I don't blame him because I mean, what else is he supposed to do? It's the last restart, you know. But it just left a really bitter taste in my mouth being in the top 10 for most of the night, and then ended up finishing 24th on the last restart.
No, I don't think he's gonna lap the top three. I might be wrong on that. I think the 00 has a big chance of lapping the top three, of lapping
At
the top
least the
two.
41 for sure.
Yeah, might get to Leo too.
Are there any fights going on right now? I can't tell who all's on the same lap as each other. You know?
Right now, there's really no fights for position. Everyone.
Literally everybody is like a lap down from me. Top three are still on the lead lap, and then it goes fourth place is a lap down, fifth place is 2 laps down, sixth place is 6, seventh place, like it's literally multiple laps down from there on out. Nobody's on the same lap as each other except for the top three. And
Start of this race.
that's fixing to change too, it looks like.
Yeah, 00 is approaching that 41 real quick right now.
You know, I said at the beginning of this race that I raced with Wes Dobbs, and there was another guy that was racing with us that was even faster than Wes, but I didn't recognize his name whenever I was racing with him, so I couldn't remember who it was. But I think it might be this 00 car, and I just didn't realize that's who it was.
I think the 41 came on the radio and ooh,
Ooh,
close.
a little bit of contact there, but they
Yeah,
kept it straight.
41 was already having issues. I think he came out on the race that he was getting ready to blow up. You can see his front bumper already crinkled in, probably from the contact and that pile up earlier in the race.
After this race is over, you think we should invite winner into our race channel and
Yeah,
interview him?
yeah. I guess I'll ask him some questions.
Okay. I want to know how he was able to save his tires that well. First of all, I want to see what his advice is to somebody who doesn't really know this track that well.
Yeah, it's very impressive to see someone. I think no matter what your skill level and who you're racing against, it's very impressive to lap um, the whole field or nearly the whole field.
I'm not entirely sure he's going to be able to make it up to the 88, but even still,
Yeah,
lapping everybody except one car is quite a feat.
he's got 12 laps to do it. 11 laps. Yeah, about 12. Coming to the 11 to go.
It looks like he's only gaining about maybe at the most about a quarter to half a second per lap. So
3 seconds, half a second. Yeah, I think he's got the time to do it.
yeah, if I remember right, this track right at about what is the lap times right now?
Um,
25 seconds. 25
yeah,
seconds to go around.
25 seconds. Leo just ran 25.6. Um, 00 ran 25.2.
He might have enough time to do it.
You might have enough time to do it. Yeah.
10 to go. Gonna have to get around that 16 of Joseph Lester clean without getting slowed up. This is the real race right now, seeing if he can lap the field, huh?
Ooh, 00
Oh
in the wall.
no.
You'll be fine. Just a little love tap to the wall. Gotta give the done so well the track. Might as well give it the track some love and affection. 8 to go.
I don't think he can do it.
Yeah, I think he's just like in cruise control at this point.
Yeah,
He's still half a second faster than
if
Leo right now.
it was me, I wouldn't feel the need to flex by lapping the entire field. I feel like I flex enough by lapping everybody but the last person, you know?
I feel like you have to flex. I feel like you show them who's boss here, man. If you got the opportunity to flex, you do it.
Yeah, but
Like especially for so.
he went in a little hard and got up into the wall a little bit there. That would have scared me a little bit. Like, I don't want to be trying to flex so much that I mess myself up and end up not getting the win. You know what I mean? Because all it takes is one wrong move and you spin yourself, and then that P2 is going to come around and get his lap back and get around you.
Well, even that, I don't think 88 has anything for him, regardless. Then
Oh, he might get it. He's getting right there. He is. I think he's going to get it now.
he's approaching him real quick.
5 to go.
Have to go. I think we'll have a caution here. Two lap cars are just flying around.
What is 23?
23 and 16 are just flying around at this point. On the
Oh, he must have
Yeah, it
bumped
looks like he's
Joseph a few times too many and got Lester disqualified.
and Holt has done it. He's lapped the entire field with 4 to go.
Let's see if he can catch back up to Chris now. Chris Claude, the league admin. Well, Joseph is the league admin for the Xfinity series, but in the Cup series, Chris Cloud is the league admin, and he is the 10 car, which is in front of the double zero now.
2 to go. White flag in the air.
Next flag ends the race, I guess.
Heck, I think 5 laps ago the race was ended. But come through turn 3 and 4, get the double zero, come out of turn 4 right now as we speak. He's going to take the checker flag and win at Iowa. Followed by the 88 of Leo Bonacasa, and second place, and then third place of Alan Henson with number 41 car. That's your top 3, followed by the 22 of Wes Dobbs in 4th place, the 10 of Chris Claude and 5th place. Damon Lester getting up to a nice 6th place finish with the 23 of Austin Story in 7th. Joseph Lester also rebounded for a 8th place finish with William Fink and White Fink getting 9th, rounding out your top 10.
Well, that was a pretty good race. I think we should try to get double zero in here with us. So let me see if I can get him. Hopefully, in a talking to somebody right now. Not looking like he's in here. You know what his number is in the cup league? Abaha. There he is. I'm gonna see if I can get him in here with us. I sent him a message because he is actually not in a team chat with anybody right now. So hopefully he'll pop in here with
As we await the leader, as we await the winner, I'll go ahead and ask him some questions as we get in here.
I found him. He's race.
Hey, 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 Holt, you got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
First of all, that was a masterful race you provided us. You lapped the entire field. That's impressive, no matter what level of racing you're doing and who you're racing against. That's impressive. How'd you manage to do it?
And realized early in the run, dude, everybody was running the cars way too hard, smoking the right front. I just knew if I could hold the lead there, everybody would wear the tires out. Everybody was just running them way too hard, and then getting back in the throttle way too early was causing them push. I just let it coast to the turn, and it worked.
What were you, when you saw the A8 try and get by you, were you running that middle lane as like a defensive kind of way, thinking he's not going to get by me at all if I run this middle lane?
I noticed, man, he was running it super hard in, and I knew that he was going to burn his tires, and I knew that if I held that metal every time off the corner, he would have to lift in order to keep from pushing up into me. And he tried to get the outside on me, but I was saying in Discord, if he thinks I'm gonna give him that outside, he's crazy because that's the only way he could have got around me there. So I just held it, made sure he couldn't get around me.
What did you think whenever he bumped you? Whenever the 88 bumped you and got you a little bit loose there that time?
All honesty, I really thought it was coming sooner because just as hard as he was running it in, I know it wasn't intentional, but he was running that corner super hard there, trying to get it. And if he would have just backed his corners up, he would have uh, he would have probably got me.
Well, that was a great race, man. You seemed to save your tires a lot better than everybody else on the field. Congratulations, that was quite a feat to be able to lap the entire field. We were kind of on the fence on whether you were going to be able to do it with 10 to go, but you proved us wrong. You proved me wrong at least.
We were cheering for you to lap the entire field. We want to see it happen. It was impressive. Anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, Wes and Alan, uh, those guys, man, they've helped me a lot in this stuff, especially Wes. Uh, he's the best person that I've ever seen that could just watch somebody run and tell them what to adjust, with their line and everything, and fix it as the race goes on. He's really helped me a lot in a short period of time we've been together. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Have a great rest of your night. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, man.
All right,
Okay,
that
we'll
was Monday
work
night
on
racing. Go ahead.
work on getting him out here. We'll get our second place finisher, Leo Bonacasa, up in here. I got him.
Oh, you got him.
Hey, Leo, got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Congratulations on the second place finish. You were definitely a car that we watched that was charging and aggressive all night. Was that kind of your mindset going into tonight's race to be as aggressive as you could possibly be?
Oh, I knew I had the speed, on on entry into the turns, but you know, Kavaja just really he had it. He had everything tonight. He pulled away, and there's nothing I could do. I know I want to apologize to him if he's still on listening, but that incident in the middle of 3 and 4 was not intentional. It was just a little racing deal.
Yeah,
But
sorry. He said that he knew that it wasn't intentional. He said it was just a racing.
yeah, no, it was he was backing his turns up way further than I was able to. I mean, I practiced all week running the same line, and I was, I was happy with my average lap times, but he just blew us all out of the water tonight. That was super impressive.
You also got into some neat little battle with the 41, 93, and 23 all up in those guys. What happened towards that late race incident?
Yeah, no, it was just a racing incident there. 41 was running hard, and it just is what it is, But he drove great. Everyone drove great tonight.
Awesome. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just the boys back at Go Faster Racing, Joseph and Austin. We practiced a lot this week, and everyone ran well.
Awesome. Congrats on second place finish. Have a great rest of your night. See you
Thank you,
next
brother.
week.
And we'll get the number 41, Alan Henson. Well,
Yep. Hey, Alan. Ryan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
First of all, congratulations on the third place finish. You started in pole. had a great start to the race, and then kind of got a little bit rough, but you were able to recover and get that third place finish. How you describe your night? How it went?
Well, it started off great. Like I said, I got caught up in a little beating and banging, and it messed my car up. And I had about 50 seconds front end damage, and I didn't want to take the time to fix it on pit road, and that just kind of put me a little bit behind. But all in all, it was a great race.
You got into it with the 88 a little bit in the middle of the race. What happened there?
He just cut it short. He come up on me. I guess he thought he was clear, and he come up and clipped my left front.
You got anything now?
I don't have anything. That was a good race, man. You in the 88 really gave it your all, fighting for second.
Yeah, I was trying to make him wear his tires out down on the bottom. I knew if I could keep him on the bottom, he was going to wear that right front out a whole lot quicker. So I was just trying to make him use his stuff up the best I could.
Uh, Notice you said that you had the front end damage. I noticed that you said you're running hot later in the race. That definitely had an effect on how you ran and battle with the 88 towards the end of the race, I'm guessing.
Yeah, most definitely. You see how he pulled away from me after the pit stops. We basically come out right behind each other. He was 1 second ahead of me when we come out of pits, and he just walked away from me. With that front end damage, it just slowed me down.
Um, awesome job. Great job out there. Anyone want to give a shout out to?
Uh, just the guys that put this on. Uh, yeah, Joseph Lester, Claude, uh, William Fink. Just anybody had a part in it. It's really enjoyment. It's so competitive, and I don't run a lot of official lobbies because of a confidence level. And so I joined. That's why I joined this league. I knew they were very strong, and it was good competition. It'd be a good learning pedestal for me to gain that confidence that I need to run more official races. So yeah, I just say shout out to all the guys that makes this happen, and appreciate you guys for broadcasting it.
Well, we appreciate you for racing it, man.
And thanks for coming out tonight. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, thank you.
Well, that was a fun race at Iowa. Um, the double zero just dominated towards the later run of that race. Got anything now?
No, just remember to tune in for Martinsville in 2 weeks' time. And do you remember where we're going to be running at in Xfinity on that Monday of that week?
Next week we'll be at Martinsville.
Oh, it will be at Martinsville as well?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be at this upcoming week. We'll be at Martinsville.
Oh, we're not taking a week off in Xfinity?
Nope.
Okay. So be sure to tune in on Monday of next week for Martinsville, and the week after that on Sunday for Martinsville in the Cup cars.